You know, the one thing that I thought was missing from this bill was a statement that we were going to rename Texas Mexico. Because ultimately, this is what it's about, right? This is about building Trump's border wall. This is about satisfying a crazed, nonsensical statement in politics that has come to grow beyond its proportions and then taken a life of its own. In this past few legislative session, we've spent somewhere around $10 billion on Operation Lone Star. We've put $1.5 billion into the border wall, into Trump's border wall last time. We're putting another $1.5 billion now. After a while, people are going to say that's real money. Over $10 billion of taxpayer money. $10 billion or more that could have been spent on education. Billions and billions that could have gone to workforce development, job skill training, providing care for veterans, to help our homeless population, to deal with the rising drug epidemic, the opioid crisis. We could have used it to take care of the million Texans who are working their butts off but can't afford health insurance because we refused to expand Medicaid. We could be using this to shore up our CPS system that right now still has a 40% attrition rate among their investigators. We could have used this to help make community colleges affordable, even free for our students, so that our next generation of workers, of citizens, of Texans are taken care of and can actually do the jobs that they need to do for our state to be strong and vibrant. We could have used this money for any number of 1,000, maybe million things instead of just placating a political narrative. This is the border wall that the feds don't want to build because they said it's ineffective. Because there are more effective ways to do this. When we had the hearing on this bill, we talked about all the different things that causes people to cross illegally. And we talked about the delays in the application process. We talked about the different problems in the application system. And said a lot of the people coming across illegally are simply doing it out of fear, out of desperation, because they have no other good choice. It's either be killed, tortured, raped, or murdered by the cartels or come across the river. When there are young mothers carrying their infants, crawling over barbed wire, that is the level of desperation. That is the level of humanity that is out there, who all they want is to seek our country's help. And to those people, we could have spent this money differently. We could have made the application process easier. We could have helped the feds by increasing the number of application stations, increase the number of workers who are doing the process. There are sensible, humane, and reasonable ways we could have spent this money and only have needed to spend a fraction of it, not the tens of billions. And the worst part, you know what the worst part is? That this body, who has spent incalculable time talking about accountability, talking about how we should be good stewards of the public dollar, talking about how we should be careful how we spend a single penny, much less over $10 billion, $40 million to Colony Ridge because of a lie. because of a racist lie. Because any place that has a lot of Latinos must be a haven for the illegals. That is the statement. And that is the statement set forth by this legislation. This bill could not be more clear. With one vote, you are telling Texans their demands for education, their demands for health care, their demands for the support of their cities, their demands to fix our mental health system, their demand to fix our jails, their demand to fix our prisons, their demands to fix every other thing in this state is not important. Nothing is as important to this body as showing fealty to Donald Trump.